Hey Canucks fans, I've actually mapped out a path to the playoffs for our team, but it's going to be a lot easier said than done. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, and I'm at Clay Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, March the 14th. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. I want to give a shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Simalexander, Just Incredible, nucksfan number 29, and Lucas Gates. Thanks for your support. Thanks to the support of members of all levels. You're listed in the video description. And if you want to become a member of this channel, press the join button underneath this or any of my videos or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. And members who are franchise or higher, so franchise and Hall of Fame, don't forget we have our next members live stream tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific time. All right, it's Sunday. It's a non-Canucks game day. So much like Sunday should be, at least for me, I want to kind of make this a chill video, just kind of talk about a few, not random topics, but a few maybe disassociated topics having to do with the Canucks, and just talk for a few minutes, and then you feel free to comment at any time about anything that I speak about. So I don't have to go through last night's game too much. I want to talk more about the ramifications of last night's game in a good way. But overall, it was great to see the Canucks pull out a great win, a strong team performance. Yes, they relied heavily on Thatcher Demko's goaltending, but still, they won a big game, 2-1 against the visiting Edmonton Oilers, and especially come off a bad loss, a 5-1 loss to Montreal on Wednesday night. This was a really, really good bounce-back performance. And like I said, Demko, 34 out of 35 saves. He was outstanding. Our defense was great. Hamonic and Edler, 6 blocks each. The only time the Canucks got scored on was on a shorthanded goal. And I'd like to say it's only because Travis Hamonic didn't have a stick, but no, maybe not. Maybe the Oilers would have scored anyways. But yes, no even strength goals against. And that's a big kudos to the Horvat line, who were tasked once again with shutting down McDavid's line, and to the bottom 6. And then I talked about this in my post-game recap. I was worried about the bottom 6 on paper. Didn't look too good. Sutter, Michaelis, Harlech, Gaudette, McEwen, Eriksson. 4 of those 6 guys haven't played more than half the games this season, but they played very, very well and were a big part of the big team win last night. Nice to see Meyer score, and of course the crazy Bo Horvat goal. If you follow me on Twitter or on Instagram, you saw that I put that goal to Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" from the Titanic movie from the 90s. And it's when you add that music to it, it makes it even more dramatic, even more gritty, even more greasy, even more, dare I say, romantic when the Canucks were celebrating the goal. So make sure you check that out. If Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, if you're connected to me on any of those, you will see my video. I couldn't put it on YouTube because of probably copyright stuff. So make sure you check it out. Okay, so that was good last night. Before I get into Canucks playoff possibilities, I want to give a shout out to my wife, Gail. You guys know that I brought her on. If you missed it, go check it out. I brought her on the post-game live stream, and I got to tell you this story. It's going to take me about 2 minutes to tell the story, but it's so worth it. So Gail hates public speaking. She hates being in front of a camera. We're very opposite that way. She leaves all that kind of thing to me. Yet she's very supportive. Obviously, she allows me to do what I do when it comes to Canucks vlogging, going to games, making music videos, whatever it may be. But she hates being in front of the camera. So I told her it was her birthday yesterday. So out of all days, I really wanted her to come on my live stream last night, even though it was to benefit me and not really to her on her birthday. Still, it was a celebration. So I sat down, I turned on my live stream, and I said, if we raise $50 in donations tonight, and I'll make sure they go to a good cause, I'll bring Gail on the live stream. But I didn't run this by her. I just kind of, she heard me saying all this, and I know she wasn't happy with me. So then donations came in like this, right away. Within a minute, we had almost $100 of donations, but they weren't showing up in the chat or in my viewer activity. So I was a bit suspicious, but not at the people. I was wondering why. I thought there was something wrong with Streamlabs. So then as I'm going to get Gail to tell her that she's got to come because we raised almost $100, I see people in the chat saying, oh, don't tell him. Oh, we got him. Oh, and I don't think it was malicious, but for some reason, people were able to bring up donations from previous streams. So none of those donations were from last night. So then I sat down, I caught it in the chat, and hopefully someone, maybe they were trying to get Gail on for free. So I said, haha, you guys got me. No, I'll only bring her on if we raise $50. And then within 2 minutes, mostly thanks to Jeff King, who did, I think, 47 of the $50. Then we got up to $50 legitimately. I actually saw the alerts, and then Gail joined us, and I asked her to stay for 5 minutes. She stayed for almost 20 minutes, and she was awesome, answering every question under the sun about me, about Canucks fandom, about her being a teacher, about what it's like living with 3 amazing kids and this amazing husband. So many cool things. So if you haven't had a chance yet, make sure you check out my live stream from last night, and you'll get 20 minutes of my wife Gail and how awesome she is. So I was very grateful that she came on, and she did not make me sleep on the couch. So that was a win-win all around. Speaking of wins, I was looking at this. Every time I think the Canucks are out of it for sure, let's write off the playoffs. There's no way they're going to make it, as positive as I want to be. Then they pull out a victory like last night, and then I look at the standings again, and it still looks very, very unlikely, but it is possible. So the Canucks have 28 points in 31 games. Let's say they win their next 3 games outright. No, not outright. They win their next 3 games. Doesn't matter what the other team does. So we get 6 points in the next 3 games. That would bring us to 34 points in 34 games. Exactly 500. Remember, they're 56 games in the season, and people are saying you need about 62 or 64 points to get in. So let's say even at 62 points, and if they're sitting at 34 points after 34 games, in the remaining 22 games, they'd have to get, let's say, between 28 and 30 points. Now, that sounds bad when you say it. That's well over 500, right? 28 points in 22 games. But when you break it down, let's say there's no ties, there's no loser points, it's just straight wins and losses. That means in their last 22 games, they'd have to go 14-8. That's not brutal. It's not completely impossible when you think of the Canucks have won 5 of their last 7. So 14 of their last 22, that's basically 2/3 of the games. And the Canucks are doing that right now in winning 5 of their last 7. Now, obviously, we won't be playing Ottawa and Calgary, but a lot of our wins, 2 of them were against Toronto. Of 5 of the last 7, we took 2 off Toronto, 1 off Winnipeg, 1 off Montreal, and 1 off Edmonton. So we've basically beaten the 4, in our 5 victories, we've beaten the 4 good teams once, and Toronto we actually beat twice. So those are our 5 victories. Not in there are victories against Calgary or Ottawa. So we have a chance to win 2 against Ottawa coming up on Monday, Wednesday, and then Montreal again. So just picture this. If we say that the bar is 62 points, the Canucks need to win. Well, if you add in the next 3 games, technically, they would have to win. Basically, they have to go 17-8. So when you say it like that, that's a bit more than 2/3, right? 17-8. But I'm kind of breaking it down. If they can win the next 3, 2 against Ottawa and the first one against Montreal, then they're sitting at 500, and then they have a chance. It's not a big chance, but when you map it out like that, it's not as bad as it may seem. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying they're going to do it, but they'd have to win 2/3 of the games, and they are doing that right now. They were 4 of 6, exactly 2/3 going to last night, and now with that win, they're 5 of their last 7. So it is doable. And it's doable against, they've shown that they can do it against the teams that they need to do it against. But of course, those teams are going to be trying just as hard to maintain their playoff positioning. So it's certainly not a given. You can't just say, oh, if the Canucks play well, they're going to win. We know that's not the case, but they could also play not well and win a game as well with Thatcher Demko, especially in net. So all I'm saying is there is a chance. It's not a great chance. It's not a likely chance, but there is a chance. And that's the hope that I'm going to go with on this Sunday. Canucks fans, leave a comment below. I'd love to know what you think. Am I completely off my rocker? Am I completely drinking too much of the positive Kool-Aid? Am I letting my position as the founder of the GLCPC get to my head? Or if you look at including these next 3, the last 25 games of the season, can you see the Canucks going 17-8, basically winning 2 out of every 3? Or the way I broke it down, win the next 3 and then win 14 of the next 22. Regardless, they got to get to about 62 points. They're at 28. So yeah, they'd have to basically go 17-8 over the last 25 games. Do you think the Canucks can do it? Leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply as always. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Join this channel as a member if you'd like to. Don't forget Franchise and Hall of Fame. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. I've sent the link out on the community tab. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great Sunday. God bless, and go Canucks go.